Hi guys, it's Paula, and in this video I'm going to show you guys a little bit of what I've used to what I use for Travis and on a daily basis. And just so you guys know, this video was actually not my idea. There we go. I got this idea from Aaliyah's Teen Mom, who I watch a lot. And she comes up with like the craziest, like most creative videos ever. As far as being a teen mom goes, I really wish I could come up with some really good ideas like she does. So I got this idea. She did this video for her new little girl, and she's a newborn, and she's so cute. She has a lot of hair like Travis, so I can relate to a baby having a lot of hair. Like, it's very different. So I will show you guys what I use with Travis on a daily basis. Like, it's not necessities, it's just all the stuff I use for him. So let's get started. First thing I use a ton with him is obviously going to be his changing table, and I put a little blanket on his changing table because if he pees or something, then it gets on this and doesn't stain the actual pad as much because it's white, and I'd rather just use a blanket instead of go buying some sheets. Under the changing table is a lot of stuff, and on Aaliyah's channel, or Aaliyah's Teen Mom, Nicole is her name, she has a organizer for stuff like this, and as soon as I get my paycheck this week, I'm gonna go get one because they're so cool. And I left that open. I have a very bad habit of leaving the wipe warmer on. So the first thing I use a lot under here is obviously his formula because I cannot breastfeed. So I use a lot of formula for Travis. The wipe warmer is something we use a lot too because he absolutely hates cold wipes. This is what I use for when he gets a diaper rash. It's Parents' Choice. It's inexpensive and it's really good. He had a really big diaper rash on his butt, and I got this and it fixed it within like a day or a day and a half. And this is what we originally bought from the dollar store because we were in Florida visiting my parents-in-law, and this is all they had. Like, this is literally the first thing we grabbed because his diaper rash is pretty bad, and we'd rather put something on it than nothing at all. And then we got some petroleum jelly to put on it too until we got home and were able to go right down the street to Walmart and get him this. So this is really good. Baby lotion, I don't use a ton of it, but I did when he was first born because he peeled a lot. Needless to say, the doctor said it wouldn't work at all, but you know, it kept him from itching. Baby powder I use somewhat because for when he gets out of the bath, I put baby powder on him so it will soak up the moisture so I won't miss any spots. Baby oil, I haven't really used any of it. As you can see, there's like, I don't even think this has been opened. But if you can tell me some good things to use baby oil for, I can't really think of anything. This is his toothpaste, and we have this little toothbrush for Travis, and you put it on your finger and you brush his gums. And that's just so we don't have as much baby breath. We also have his extra grooming kit down here. We have another one in his diaper bag. And this is a bottle warmer, which we have never used because I have never used a bottle warmer before. I tried reading the instructions, and I'm not very good at really understanding this thing. So I just warm it up in the microwave. I don't know what I just did. So that's the bottle warmer. And under here are his little onesies and his wash rags are under here, which I don't know why this is right here, but these are all his socks and a shoe. His other shoe is on the couch. I don't know how it ended up there. And then these are his bibs and his hats, and yeah, that's just his bibs and his hats. These are his receiving blankets and his big blankets too. all those go under here. Thing that I use a lot, that I think a lot of people need to use, is the diaper genie. This thing is amazing. Like, it just keeps all the stinkiness out. So it is amazing, and I use that all the time. And of course, for his crib. This is his crib. Another thing I use a lot is the Passy or Binky or pacifier or whatever you guys want to call it. This is a newborn one. He doesn't use these as much. Doesn't use them as much anymore. He's not really a big baby on Passies. He just kind of wants them every now and then, mostly just to fall asleep. But they are a big lifesaver when you are trying to get him to go to sleep. This is the drying rack, and this is for when he's teething, but you know, I'm just going to keep that right there. This is a drying rack that we use. This is our brush that we use to wash the bottles, because I will show you the bottles that we use. Okay, so here's an example of one of the bottles we use. These nipples are from the hospital, actually. From when he was first born, we just kept the nipples because these are really soft, and it's easier for him to not get as much air. So these are the kind of bottles we use. This is another kind of nipple that we use, which are the plastic ones. Colic cum. We use this when he's very fussy at night and he has a little bit of gas or his tummy's kind of hurting him. We use that to help calm him down. And the bad thing about colic cum, it's really good. Like, I recommend this. It's really good. Or gripe water. I use regular gripe water with him too. There we go. I use regular gripe water with him too, and it actually worked out good. But this works out really good. It also helps him sleep. It will knock him out. I don't know why, because it's all natural, but it knocks him out. So yeah. What we just started using with him is rice cereal. And we started using that with him so he can sleep more at night. He started to sleep a lot more, about 5 hours by himself. And we just started this last night, and he slept for almost 7. So it's starting to go very well with the rice cereal, and so we're starting him on that. Okay, another thing I use with him is the boppy, of course. He has 2 of them, one here and one at my grandma's, because he goes to do places. But this is really good. I used it a lot when I was breastfeeding, but now I just use it to kind of like, I'll just basically throw it on the floor, put a little blanket over it, and he'll watch TV and just be a happy baby or stare at the wall. So the boppy's a good thing. This is his swing that I use a lot. He likes his swing pretty much about probably 50% of the time. And this one plays music, and it has 5 speeds, and we always put it on the highest because that's the best for them. And it's very basic. Bouncer is another thing that he uses a ton. He loves this bouncer. It vibrates and bounces, of course. And it has these little animals, and he loves his bouncer. If he's crying for no reason, we put him in the bouncer and start bouncing it, and it calms him down so much. So he really likes his bouncer. This is his tub, and the thing I like about this tub is it's pretty decently big, so he won't really grow out of it, I don't think, very fast. Another thing is I put this in it so he doesn't slip, because he's actually almost slid to the deep part of this, but I was holding on to him because I never let him go, and he kicked his feet on the bottom of it and caused himself to be pushed up and then to slide down, but I grabbed him, of course, because I was holding him. So that's when I started using this, because it just doesn't allow him to really slip. Another good thing about this is this will turn white if the water's too hot, so it helps me regulate how hot the water is. And of course, a wash rag for washing him. And the wash rag just fell. Okay, now I gotta wash that. Okay. I also use this kind of baby wash with him, and it really smells good. I really like this one. And this is his shampoo. It's just Dollar General brand, and it smells so good. It smells just like Johnson & Johnson, so I use that one all the time on him because it smells really good. Okay, this is his bassinet that he sometimes sleeps in. He really doesn't like it. I'm not quite sure why he doesn't like it, and he prefers his crib over it, but he sometimes sleeps in this. And usually I will put him in this if I'm sleeping and his dad has to watch him, because my husband is the hardest person to wake up. So I will put him in the room so that way he really can't hear him, or so he can really hear him. Like, there's no way of avoiding. Of course, another thing I use is his diaper bag, which I don't have it because obviously you can see I also don't have Travis. So one thing you guys always need to know, which if you watch Aaliyah's Team Mom video, you will also learn this too, is to never, ever, ever go anywhere without a diaper bag. And just like Aaliyah's Team Mom, Nicole, I learned the hard way. My experience with leaving a diaper bag was pretty crazy. I was at my godmother's house and I had Travis and I had my diaper bag. And I take my diaper bag to my grandma for when she washed him, so if she ever runs out of formula there, she has formula in the diaper bag. And it's basically just for emergencies. But my grandma is one of those people that doesn't really listen, but she's old, so I mean, that's normal. But what had happened was, when I picked Travis up, I had 2 diaper bags. And I took both diaper bags, and when I went to my godmother's that night, I went to go feed Travis because he was hungry. And he was hungry. And I opened the diaper bag and there was no formula and there was no bottles. She had taken both my bottles out of there and my formula. So I was left with nothing. I had nothing to feed him. I had water, but I had no formula. I didn't even have a bottle so I could put water in the bottle and give him something to satisfy him until I got formula. So at around 9 or 9:30 at night, I had to drive all the way to my mom's house, pick up the formula and the bottles, and then drive back to my godmother's house really fast so that way I could feed my child. I'm ready to like punch myself in the face because it is not the other person's fault. It is your own fault. It was my own fault for not checking that diaper bag, and I always check the diaper bag, but that one day I was just like, oh, just grab everything and go. Always check your diaper bag because you will never know. You can forget something or think something's in there and it's really not. The last thing I use with Travis is I know a lot of people kind of like are really, I don't know if they're like against it. They just have this thing with kids and TV. Like, he loves the TV, and we do not let him sleep in complete silence at all because we don't want him to get used to that. So we always have the TV going. He'll be in his crib, but he has the noise of the TV because the nature noises and the music never works with him. He has to hear talking. I don't know why, but he has to hear talking and he'll go to sleep. But he knows the difference between a TV like talking and me and my husband talking. So that's another thing I use with him, is I turn on the TV so he has noise and he can go to sleep. He doesn't really watch TV either. He would rather look at our picture frames than the TV. So I don't know how that's going to go when he gets older, because he really likes just staring at blank walls and not really anything at all, but he needs the noise for some reason. But it's a good thing because I want him to be not afraid of noise or not get awoken by noise very easily. One more thing before I go. Another thing I use with him are pillows, which these are pillows that my husband threw down on the floor. I don't know why he threw them on the floor. But we take a pillow and we put it on the couch and we put his receiving blanket over it and we make like a tiny little bed for him, and he really likes that. So we use our pillows too to make a tiny little bed for him, and if the boppy doesn't work out very well. So there's an idea. If you don't have a boppy, just, you know, make a little bed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later in my next video. Don't forget to go down there in the description and like my Facebook page to keep up to date with me. And I have a KEEK, and I have a FORMSPRING, and I have an Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye guys!